Alright, so we're going to disassemble a CV axle. Now, a constant velocity axle or CV axle. Alright, typically this end is going to be held in by some sort of retaining ring. So you get some retaining ring pliers, pop that off. We're just going to pop this off the rest of the way. Alright, and then you'd be able to, if you ever have to clamp something like this in the vise, make sure to either use non-marring jaws, brass, plastic, something like that, nylon. Or brass hammer, brass punch, dead blow, something like that. There's my axle shaft. Here's my CV joint. Remember, don't clamp on these splines without using non-marring jaws. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of these ball bearings out in a star pattern using a brass punch. One. So this, you're going to go ahead and rotate until it's inside that race, and then rotate it out. Same thing with this. There's these lugs that go in between the little bearing journals right there. If you get it lined up right, it falls right back in. Alright. So if we were going to go ahead and rebuild this, we'd put a little bit of grease inside there, and we're going to go ahead and start reassembling it. Notice there's a chamfer, aka an angle on this side. That side's going to face up. This side's very square on the inside. Alright, chamfered side faces up. Go ahead and throw that back into place. Same thing with this one. Very flat, square edge, rounded edge. Rounded edge is going to face up. Sometimes they'll have a chamfer in them that faces up as well. And as soon as you rotate that back in, get it to where they're all lined up. Alright. Gonna line that up nice and neat. Push the ball bearing in here. Doesn't take a lot of force. I'm holding this with my finger as I push that in. Flat thumb. Don't push like this. If you push like this and you slip, cut your finger in there. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and grab my punch. Tapping very lightly.
Still staying pretty much square with one another. cage is just about right there. I don't think it takes any extra time to always return back to where it's flush and flat. It just makes it a little bit easier not to lose the ball bearings inside there. That's not going in very good. I can either tap this again. Ball bearing falls right in. Make sure that that's seated enough to get that ring back on, and then this guy goes back on again.